Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow。
single time.
Okie doke, here we are. We are live back once again from the dead. Cyberpunk on a Wednesday evening. A hot evening if you are here in Phoenix, Arizona. And in character, we are all in Phoenix, Arizona. Bum, bum, bum.
Arizona?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we talk in Tucson, Arizona. Jackie Daytona, regular human bartender.
And dear Octavia,
You've
Yeah,
got a
what?
reroll.
Oh, thank you. Who gave me a reroll? Did you?
Yep,
I did.
he did.
Thank you.
So, who wants to do a recap for last we left off?
Not it this time.
Poor
Probably pull
Dale.
up
I
some
flirted poorly.
Dale quickly taps out. No.
I flirted poorly. We managed to not have anyone die on us. We shot a guy in the back of the head. And our safety target, or whatever we want to call her, got escorted away with trauma team.
Okay.
And then I flirted more poorly.
with the bartender, right? Oh no, with
Sarah
The
Tremere.
goth chick.
Sarah Tremere.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, Sarah
Now-
Tremere made an entrance at the party.
Yeah.
Granted,
See?
I say flirt poorly because I am personally bad at it, and I don't know how comfortable Jerome is playing out flirting with me.
Oh well.
I think
Wasn't
you do.
something I was even considering at that point. I was just playing the character, but
Yeah.
is what it is.
I'm just saying. I do not want to cross that particular boundary for someone's comfort level.
I
That's
think
why he says he won't ask Nene out.
Oh, gotcha.
Justin, this is a gaming group. It's a trope.
Yeah.
It's a trope
Again?
that the players, the dudes flirt more with each other than they do outside of the game. That's what they say. So
Wow.
I'm sure Jerome can handle it just fine.
All I know is, well, yeah, I'll just be quiet. We're live, so it's time to be quiet.
Even posts his zipper mouth emoji.
Yep. You got it.
Yeah, so we did the job. We blew off the dude's face.
We're waiting for
We're
confirmation.
Not sure if it was the person in question or just a dupe. So, but we got paid, and nobody died. None of us died.
Yes, which Octavia is very thankful for not letting her get killed.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to get that kind of reputation.
Yep.
Okay, so then with the recap out of the way,
That's had to be the crappiest one we've given yet.
so again, recap out of the way. It's been about a week since you guys have had that job.
Are we going to, I assume then the DNA came back as it was him?
No, DNA has not come back as of yet.
Oh, shoot.
Really?
We were trying to decide on a name.
I bucked past
Number
that successfully to Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, scroll. Because I would have included that manageable conflict. Let's just go with that. That was the top voted
Okay.
MC. Yeah. So
Was it an MC-13?
we can add a 13 if you want.
I don't know. Are we using the whole name or the initials?
The initials sound cool.
You know what? I'll include both.
Okay, there we go.
I'll include both, and then in my in my report. So Sunny would have written up the report.
Oh, news article then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So why don't you give me a roll, Mrs. Journalism?
Okay. 22.
Oof.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, I mean it's Phoenix. So it's the interweb of Phoenix, or I should say the city network of Phoenix. You have managed to get. You know what? Let me give a roll here real fast, because that was someone locally popular. Okay, in the week since you have written that particular article, it's become your most viewed article. As of this point, it has had 3,000 views so far.
Nice.
First, we get the tens of clicks. Then we get the hundreds of clicks. Then we get the thousands of clicks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my This shouldn't be clicking. This detects radiation.
Just FYI, it would have been partly like she would have like a written post, but she would also do a video post.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And your Webtronics, essentially, it's what tracks your demographics that come in. It tracks like if somebody's using a web browser. Ideally, it would have used like where in the world they pinged from, but you don't have that anymore. So all that obviously comes back as Phoenix. But you can tell from the information that is scrolled up that there is still a big disparity between you and mainstream media. Like, Network 54 and so on and so forth.
Right.
So there's still a big disparity there, but when you take them out of the equation, like the big ones that have all the reach, you were the top indie search.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey, I look forward to the time when all we have to do is guard Sam.
Yeah.
That's why I have an alter ego.
Yeah.
That's why I said I look forward to that time. That means I don't have to go out and look for work.
Sunny's just gonna pay you out of her views.
Nope. You'll be making enough salary money to afford the team.
Yeah, exactly. Be a household name.
That could be pretty cool.
So
Either that or the
what's
singer
everybody
has to
doing
up
in the
his
meantime?
game and we'll make enough money protecting the singer. Either one's viable. I don't care which.
Did we ever?
I was poorly, but I was mingling, yo.
Yeah.
I was putting it out there and trying to
You
get
get there.
session time.
You'll get there.
Have we gotten any word on how Unts is doing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on one second.
Are you looking for a particular chip?
Nope.
I think maybe it's dice that's in there.
Nope. Gotcha.
It's an ice cube in the water.
Nope.
We shouldn't talk about what he was found in this cup. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, that was a cup. I thought it was a chip bag. My bad.
Considering the way it went flung to the side, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you end up getting news back. She is fine. She is fully recovered as of this point. Obviously, she had to reschedule some of her gigs, and you'll get updates on that if you're needed later. There is from what you can tell, Sam, there is, of course, some buzz about the team, a little bit. You're going to need more to get more essentially positive noise in order to get past whatever the heck happened out in the desert.
What desert?
You know, I didn't say anything about that operation. Who knows
Right.
if they're even the same people?
Right. True. But knowing what you know about how the media works, you're going to have like another big score or something for other fixers to start reaching out to start trying to offer contracts.
Would we have contact info available, maybe like through our fixer to take jobs
Or
in
what?
case someone's interested? Just like in case somebody reaches out, like do we need to establish some way to contact our group?
Probably, but you don't have one as of yet, and you
Okay.
guys aren't well known enough as well. So
Okay.
usually how that works is a person knows a person and sends word through.
Yep.
Or like they find out, okay, is this a common hangout spot that they frequent or something, and they'll send word that way. Right now, it's probably not a good idea to go hunting down on the billboards because you'll probably get a lot of turndowns.
Yeah.
Sure.
Throughout the week, he tries to find himself music work.
Define music work.
Session work.
So
just playing
just whatever's available, or are you trying to get country again?
whatever available. In between gigs, he has to build up his own reputation if this whole edge running thing doesn't work out.
So it's not for lack of skill, but it's same thing, lack of being known. Yeah. So available spots are already taken up to people who have been promised a gig or something like that. So you're going to have to make yourself more well known in one or both circles before you'll be able to pry your way into that door and show your worth.
I will get my silver hand moment. or nuke myself. I don't know. One or the other.
Yeah.
Or both.
Whatever comes first.
So is anybody doing anybody else doing anything in this week time frame?
Working on their vehicle.
That was one of the topics. We had money we put aside. I was 10.
For a new engine.
Well, wasn't sure that's what we wanted to do with that whole hog, because we dropped a bunch of money on Tank Girl prior to that. Like, I don't think she knows what the total is, but between me and Doc, it's pushing 20K.
Yeah, do we really want to modify the flyer, or do we want to save to get something that isn't the flyer?
Well, maybe fix it to where it's not going to fall apart while they're in air.
I'm okay with making it more durable.
Yeah.
So if you want to go over it, and if there's some, I'm okay with spending 2 to 4K on making it more durable. There's some things we can do, maybe increase the turning radius or something like that. That's in those category. I'm okay with that if everyone else is. Yeah. But we're going to have to upgrade the vehicle. And that was something we talked about before. Is can we? I'm sure we can. I don't know if it's going to be. Is there scrap yards, Jerome?
There are
scrap
actually.
Yards?
Yes.
I'd like to go visit and see what they have in the way of offerings, that even if it's just if there's any intact shells as an example. I would be okay with spending money on a shell that we custom modify, because that way we're not, fixing things that are inherently broken. If we could find a decent vehicle shell that,
Cool. I get to build one from the ground up.
Mm-hmm. I'm already
I
paying.
like it.
I'm already paying rent on the garage almost on a daily basis. So,
Well, the problem you're going to run into there, I'm not saying it's impossible, but the problem you're going to run into there is nomads. Anything that's worth salvaging on that level, they're probably going to have it. It's just
Well,
worth it for them to refurbish and rebuild something like that than to let something sit in a junk pile.
then maybe the two nomads, the guys with nomad contacts, should reach out and see if there's something we can
have-
acquire.
We have 3 nomads now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Actually, where are we on our monthly thing, Jerome? I'm pretty sure we're still in the same month we were last before.
What do you mean?
Some of us, the family contacts were only once a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're still within that month.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I used mine like a session ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dale's used his.
I have, yeah.
I
and-
haven't used mine.
Okay, you can make a try at it if you want, but yeah, both the other two are tapped out at this point.
Okay. So I guess she will contact family to see if she can score something.
Okay, hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not seeing in your life path where you rolled up family connection via a nomad. And if I recall, when we first discussed your character, you were still new-ish along that path. You haven't been like fully indoctrinated into a nomad clan.
Or back into a nomad clan.
Well, if you were already in one, you would have some sort of family, the family
Well,
connection.
yes, she would have with her parents, but remember her parents died and she got adopted out.
Right. Well, that's what I'm getting at, is that you don't actually have that in your life path. So any
Okay.
sort of like the actual family, what is it? Family. So it's just a family special ability, which you can roll that up if you're not an actual nomad class or role, I should say. It's possible to have rolled that up in life path as kind of a temporary thing, like what they have. So that's something you're going to have to work on. So it's like
Okay.
you kind of know how they are, but you don't have any direct ties to any nomad clans at this point. That's something you're going to have to role play to get into.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
We could put it off another session or two. It's fine.
Yeah.
If we have to, we'll make do. Okay. Do
I mean,
we
I
want?
guess if worse comes to worse, she can always tear that thing apart and start from the ground up.
I
Yeah.
just as soon not waste a whole lot of time and effort on it, but we'll see what happens. Do we want to go looking for work, guys?
Well, keep that ball rolling, keep the momentum going. Don't see any
Okay.
problem with that.
Okay. We're going to take a trip out to my almost favorite habitat where the work screens are and browse through them and see what's there.
Okay. So that was the second. I think you're
The
going.
bar in the middle.
Was it the one in the middle of town?
No, it was the one with that what's his face runs that I turned down the job on.
Oh.
Yep.
That's
That
a Grunge
was.
Muscle.
What's that?
Grunge Muscle?
Yes.
Is that the place?
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds like something that would get stuck in your teeth.
Sometimes it does.
Grunge Muscle.
All right. Which is in real life in the same location as Fuddruckers, right over, right off of the I-17.
I know what that
Okay.
is.
Yep.
All right.
So, oh yeah, that's. Had that note, but I listed it under the NPC, not the actual location. Perfect. All right, so who is going to the grunge muscle?
I'll go with him.
Yeah, he'll go as well.
Why
Should we
not?
all go?
We can all go. We have credits. We can go there and have a meal, and while I take a look at the screens. Who hasn't seen the screens?
Me?
I can't remember who all you took last time.
I think I took Dale last time and you the time before, so
Okay.
that everybody saw what the process was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be all new to Octavia.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys all pile into your respective vehicles, wagon train it on across town to the former Fuddruckers building, now the seedy bar called Grunge Muscle. It's got, its sign, its neon sign that, illuminates at night. There's a little bit of a buzz as neon signs are wont to do. The building itself is well kept enough. It could probably use some pressure cleaning, but it's not falling apart. There are vehicles that are parked around in this area. The remains of what appeared to have been a hotel across the street. It likely has squatters in it, but it's not in operation in the sense that the hotel is operating. It's probably just living spaces for street rats and people who are down on their luck. As you
Interesting place.
come walking in through the double doors, the bouncer at the front kind of watches you as all of you come walking in. They are currently playing some of the best hits of the 90s from Seattle's favorites. Or
And
just grunge in
grunge
general.
muscle.
Yes, or just grunge in general. So you got Machine Head currently playing right now by Bush.
Nice.
Although it's not actually Bush, it's they've got basically the house system playing right now, just playing through some of the quote unquote classics. It's pretty busy inside here. It is kind of dimly lit. There is a haze of fog that's in here from people smoking. There are ceiling fans going, but it doesn't help a whole lot. Just kind of keeps it,
Yes.
it just kind of keeps it moving and recycles it.
We're all gonna die anyways. At this point, I'm surprised that Megacorp hasn't tried to drill down and harness the power of the core and accidentally blow up the planet.
Beyond
Just
my
you wait.
scope. And I refuse to take the job.
I'm just saying.
I still refuse to take the job.
Off to the side, there are, for lack of a better term, some screens set up that are touch screens. They regularly run ads, mostly for specials that are set up here, or groups that are coming into play.
What about fruity Odie bars?
Fruity Odie bars. They actually don't have any currently in Phoenix. You're going to have to go to bigger cities like Night City for something like that.
Okay. Just checking.
Or Miranda.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Fruity Odie bar?
To get a scale of like size and density, what is like the population of Phoenix now?
Phoenix, as of this point, is... I mean, you wouldn't know this necessarily in character, but to give you kind of an idea, it's probably down to about 2.5 million.
Okay. Gotcha.
But think of the surrounding area. I mean, imagine for a moment we've got Phoenix at like you know it now, so you can drive for 40 minutes in any direction and you're still in city for the most
Yeah.
part. Whether you take side streets or the freeway, I mean, that's just kind of how big it is. Now imagine that population contracting by about half. So all the stuff is still there, left abandoned or whatnot, but the population has kind of condensed itself closer. Well, those who could afford it, anyways, have condensed themselves far closer into the confines of the corporate controlled area that is actually known as Phoenix. And then there's the combat zone and Badlands that lay out around it that house some of the gangs, nomad packs, people who just can't afford to live on the inside of the wall, so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sit down, order some drinks and some food. Then I'll take Octavia, and we'll wander over to where the info screens are and
Okay.
start scrolling.
Okay.
Okay, so you tap up and you look, and there are 2 available jobs, both of which say only serious inquiries, please, like a note on there, or something to the effect of like, looking for, established edge runners, that sort of thing. And the pay on them is good, but
Yeah.
Are
That's
we
unfortunate.
considered established?
No.
We couldn't fake it.
There's the issue of the vehicle, and some of us aren't. Our armament isn't heavy enough for what those jobs are likely to bring, and we don't have an on-call hacker that we can afford to pay for the others fly to that. If we had a really good hacker, I'd look at them, because the payoff with a really good hacker goes up substantially. I pay an average of $3 to $5K to my on-call hacker that we've used every time I pick up the phone or dial her up.
Oh,
That's just for information. That's all she's providing. And to actually bring her on a job, you're probably looking at 10 or 15K.
well, I'm in the wrong profession.
Yeah, but it's got high risk. I mean, they could plug into a system and burn their brains out. Worst we can do is get shot. They can turn into vegetables for as long as they're going to last. So,
Yeah, I think I'll stay under a hood.
so you so the waitress comes walking up. You have a couple choices for something to eat if you're interested in it. They've got Scop burgers, Scop dogs, and they have what are called Lee press-on limbs.
what?
And then, of course, a couple different types of alcohol.
I'll go with proof on the alcohol. The higher the proof, the more willing I am to buy it at this point.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a Scott burger.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
One of those nameless things that I didn't understand what they were offering goes with the high proof alcohol. At least it'll be sterile.
Okay. So Scop burger, Scop dog,
Burger.
burger. Okay.
Dog.
Okay. And basically what it is it's your typical protein, quote unquote meat. In some cases they refer to it as kibble, but it's doctored up enough to with some seasonings to kind of taste like a beef dog or a beef burger. It's the norm, if you don't have the money for the real food, sort of thing.
Modern
They
day
can carry
tacos.
any real food here.
They do not.
That's what I thought.
It's all protein style kibble. So they go to get your food and drinks. I'll just whoever wants to pay for it. If you want to collectively do it, that's fine.
Go ahead. Just give a total. I can.
It was overall. So for the burgers and dogs, you're looking at like 5 a piece. Drinks, you're probably looking at 7.
So we'll say 70 credits. Sound like the right amount with tip. Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah. If it's 12 each, there's 5 of us. That's 60. At a tip, you bring it up to 70.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So, as all of you are kind of sitting around quietly at the table, mimicking the end of the Avengers with their shawarma, I guess.
Are there like how busy is the joint?
It's hopping. I mean, there's a lot of people here. There's no live band playing, so it's more there's people here for ambiance. Maybe they're conducting business. Hard to say.
Are any of those people audible from where we're sitting?
Maybe you've got house music to contend with.
Right. I need to get a cyber ear. Okay, well if they're not talking loud enough to be overheard, then I'll just be watching people.
Okay. Those that you can hear looks like they're probably just relaxing. They're laughing or telling obscene jokes, with standard idle chit chat. They don't really seem to be speaking of anything of importance as far as you can tell. Those that seem to be trying to keep their voice down, it's impossible to hear them over the music.
Yeah.
I will be watching carefully
Sure, no problem.
with telescopic vision if
Okay.
anyone seems interesting.
Anyone else doing anything?
Just
He's
gonna
humming
look-
to himself.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead.
He's humming to himself, and he can be singing like air guitaring.
Okay.
Just people watching.
All right.
Skulls. He looks to see are there any pretty ladies at the bar who seem to be alone or just with their friends?
No.
Okay.
There are pretty ladies.
Yeah.
None of which are alone. They're smarter than that. And the ones that you do see have gang colors.
Okay. Do I know what gang?
I will let you roll for that. Why don't you give me an intelligence and education and general knowledge?
I should know what that is, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I remember what I was told.
Okay, so roll it in the chat.
Because we solved the problem for them when they asked about something that was going on here at this place.
Oh, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the same one.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
So it's a total of 19.
Okay. So as you kind of tilt a little bit from the booth that you guys are in so you can look out a little bit further, you can tell by the colors that they have as well as a tag that looks like it. The best way to describe the tag or emblem that they seem to have on their clothing looks like it probably came from Werewolf the Apocalypse of some form. Just it looks very tribal like in a sense.
Okay.
Possibly like gash marks or that sort of thing, but just that kind of aesthetic. You would actually know them as the Forsaken.
Okay.
And there's about 4 of them there. 3 of them are women. 3 of them are women. 1 of them's a guy, and they happen to be talking amongst themselves and being a little rough.
Like with each other or
Yeah.
with random other patrons? Okay.
With each other initially, but the patrons they tend to stay away. They give them a respectable berth.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to take a stroll up to the bartender's room.
Okay.
I'm going to put 20 credits down on the bar and go like, so what's up with the group over there, and point to the Forsaken.
So he, well, I mean, you don't have like credit chips per se.
Yeah, I understand.
But the equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out the little cred sticky, wave it, pay for a random tip. Yeah, he says, friend, I don't know if you have been around here very long, but that's the Forsaken, and they are probably the meanest gang in this area. We tend not to ask why they come around.
I get that. So they just use it as a social place to hang out periodically, then, from what you're telling me.
He shrugs. He says, yeah, kind of questioning it a little bit. He says,
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. They tend to keep to themselves, so seeing them here is a little unusual.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Then I buy a drink and head back to the table.
Okay.
So that's another 27. Okay. Yeah, we get back to the table and I go, they're not usually here. As far as people can tell, they just seem to come here every once in a while and spend some money and get a little bit on the rough side, and didn't say anything else about them. There's not a lot known about them. He did say that they're one of the meanest gangs in the area, though.
Who are we talking about?
The Forsaken. The people
Yeah.
sitting at,
I've never heard of them.
neither have I. That's kind of curious, but
Oh,
Did he say
you
what
have, Sam.
territory is?
Oh,
I have?
you have.
I don't see them on the map.
Did I misname them again?
They are mentioned in the pinned comments in the chat.
Harbingers, sorry.
okay.
That was the name I kept flip-flopping back and forth on. So, yeah, it's the Harbingers.
Harbingers, okay.
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 That makes more sense.
Same ones.
Yep. Okay.
So, is that where we are?
Are
No,
we
we're
in
not.
there?
We're not in their territory. No. This is,
Oh.
as far as I know, no one has claim on this location. Correct,
No.
Jerome?
We're
No.
on the 17 and what? Did you say?
You are at the 17. You're basically near Metro Center, the old Metro Center Mall.
I don't
So-
know where that is.
So on this particular map, you're far closer to the RL's territory.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I withdraw my comment.
No problem. Partly my bad,
Well,
anyways.
I guess I could say they're outside of they're south of their known territory.
Yeah, but it's just a handful of them, so that's probably going to happen from time to time. Not like they just stay out in the combat zone 24/7. Just
be a perk.
don't talk to them.
Might be a perk they earned.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be the first time the reward was, get to go outside tribal areas to socialize and blow money, and so.
I'm not willing to find out for sure. If you want to go ask them, you be my guest.
I like the women, but it comes with more baggage than I feel I'm capable of handling without involving all of you. So,
Appreciate that.
and our history with shootouts at this point is about 50-50. So
Yeah, let's not
Oh,
go there.
you're talking about a shootout. I thought you were talking about something completely different.
well, both those, but
So I posted a picture of one of the women in that particular group.
Oh, okay.
A visible cyber arm showing, otherwise casual clothing intermixed with some armor, visible sidearms. She does have kind of a partly shaved head with her hair going off the one side, completely kind of purple in color.
an older version of Tank Girl.
and you end up seeing the back doors where the office space, for lack of a purpose, or meeting area where you might normally touch base with Silas, come open, and you guys end up seeing Dane come walking out. He doesn't see you guys as of yet. He just kind of steps out and looks around, and you see him go, ugh, just completely like crestfallen and like has a look of like crap. And you see that the woman that I posted the picture of get up and she starts walking over towards him.
Sam is recording this like well, she was recording as soon as he started walking out, but now she's very curious.
Gotcha.
Okay.
For later observation, right?
Right.
For yeah, okay, that's what.
For study.
Research.
Right, research. Yeah.
And so she
I wonder if we can figure out how much of her is bionic.
So she walks up and directly to him, and she strides right up to him like they already know each other. And she says, "Dane," and he says, "Darcy, what do you want?" And she says, "Is that any way to?" He says, "Stop. We're not old friends. We barely know each other. And in fact, I don't know where your former boyfriend is anymore." And she kind of stares at him. She says, How do you know I was going to ask that?" "Because you ask that all the time, Darcy." And she's like, "Well, so what if I want to put a round or 6 in him? What's a girl got to do to find him?" And he's just like, "Go find the corporate contract that he took up and go track him down yourself." So she just kind of scoffs, and gets all like disgusted for a second, and then goes walking off.
When that happens, Skulls looks to Amore and goes, "So unless you found anything over there as far as jobs go, I mean, possibility there, right?"
Maury just looks at him and laughs a little bit and goes, "It's one of the meanest gangs in the Badlands. Even here, they treat them with respect. She hasn't found her boyfriend, and they've been looking. We have one resource in that department, and going by prior prices, calling her up and asking her to run info on them is going to run probably 5 to 7K.
Well, do we always have to call Sin whenever we need any type of info? We gotta be able to do some legwork, right?
I'm not a hacker. Are you a hacker?
Well, no, but not everything is on the city net, is it? I mean, we talk to some people, maybe we know somebody.
The corporate contract that they haven't been able to run down.
I'm just saying it's an
And he looks over at Sam and goes, "Sam, what are the odds you have any feel for something like that?"
I think we should probably give this one a pass. I don't think we want to work for them.
It'd be nice to have them as an ally. That's all I'm saying. Keep your friends close and all that.
Oh, wow. You're thinking of...
I mean, I've worked for some gangs on very individual jobs. They need their face changed. They need something replaced because it just got shot off in a scuffle. So
A scuffle.
So
But do you think
Yeah.
we're really up to that level?
You don't know
Dale,
until
do
you
you have any
try.
cybernetics?
I do. Yeah, I've got like
I'm not
cyber
looking at your sheet.
stuff and whatnot. I've got neural-aware stuff like a smart link chip socket, one piece of cyber audio, and then his skin weave.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so then your phone buzzes. It gives like two vibrations to indicate that you got a text.
Pull it out and take a look, see who it is.
Okay. And there's it's a text from an unknown number. And it says, "Are you eavesdropping?"
Wow. I'll go ahead and respond. Hard not to hear. Probably half the bar heard you and Dane talk about that. Just saying. Send it.
Okay. So, as you send that, you see that group of four get up from where they're at and start walking over.
Yeah.
And-
By the
and-
way,
Oh crap!
And while,
By
while
the-
Skulls is looking at his thing, he goes, "Are they walking towards us?" Like he doesn't even look. He's like, "Are they coming towards us right now?"
Yes.
It's like 10 things I hate about you. He goes through that whole scene talking about how they're gonna set up that that plan and whatnot. Then he pauses and he goes, "I've got a penis on my face, don't I?" Yeah, because the guy just took that moment to like draw it all over his face.
Right.
What
Even-
did you do?
Doc,
Even though
I'm going to have to remember to bring the jammer with from now on when we go out to dinner.
Is Dane still here, or did he leave?
Dane is actually in the process of getting a drink, and then he saw that they all got up and started walking away, and so his eyes kind of trailed, and then he sees that they're going to your group, and he just like face palms, like, "Oh crap."
Yeah, Sam is gonna pretend like she's not watching him.
he's gonna look up from his being his own universe for a moment.
Okay.
He's gonna take about 15 seconds of video of the group walking towards them.
Okay.
That way he has good clear images of them.
Sure, that's fine.
And then he goes right back to playing on an imaginary guitar because he forgot to bring his with him. Metallica's One.
Okay.
Because
On
it's stuck in my head.
On an imaginary guitar, so he's air guitaring One by Metallica.
Nice.
That
It has
is-
a very memorable guitar in it.
that's a pretty memorable air guitaring. Now I'm thinking Scrubs.
I cannot dance like Donald Faison, so please don't expect
Amori
me to do
hooks
so.
a couple more chairs to the table since it's obvious we're going to have company.
Well, they remain standing. She kind of leans over and puts her chest like right in Skull's face.
So he looks up. Hi there.
And she
Darcy, right?
she says, "Yeah." She's like, "Kid, do you even know what you're asking?"
I mean, I'm asking if you're looking for a competent group who can solve the problem you apparently have. If not, then pay us no mind.
She
Enjoy your
said-
time at the bar.
She says, "Competent. I don't even recognize any of you scabs. You got a name?"
MC13.
MC13. So it's like they all kind of like do that. What the heck is an MC13 sort of look? Oh, and the one guy who's in the group leans over and kind of whispers into her, and she goes, "You read too much."
Sam kind of perks up at this.
And
that
she
comment.
said, and she says, "All right. So your little group wants a job shaking down my ex-boyfriend."
Hey, if the
It-
pay's right, sounds like fun.
All right. And so she kind of mulls this over, and the other members that are with her start even they look a little concerned as she starts kind of mulling it over. It's like one of those Gaston moments where he admits to LeFou he's been thinking. And then she goes, huh, all right. Why don't we say 25,000 eddies? You come up with the deets and a positive location. I don't mean where he was, and I don't mean he was just there. I mean confirmed location. And you got yourself a deal.
What do you want for confirmation? Video?
Video can be faked.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Take something from him.
If we got to take something from him to confirm he's there, is that ours to keep?
Sure. I don't particularly care. I need to see it. But yeah, you can keep it.
Okay. And clothes, readily identifiable, Sam? An item? Because I'm not going to go there and steal something and have you go, oh, nope, that's not good enough.
Well, if that's the case, you're getting that specific. He's got a set of chrome pistols that were gifted to him.
Okay.
Can't miss them. Says waifu on the side.
Jerome,
Huh?
He will.
would this be in the TV show?
Yes.
Sam will lean forward and be like, "What, like on Locktastic?"
Yeah. Yeah. The others start chuckling. She says, "Yeah, exactly like Locktastic. Oddly enough, same make and model."
And besides the crow pistols?
Weird coincidence.
And besides the crow pistols?
Oh, failing that you can get that is what you're saying. Give me his cred stick.
How would you know it was his?
Oh, we'll know.
If he
How about a simpler question? What's his name?
His handle, he goes by his lock.
it's all
Yeah,
coming together.
Sam's gonna put her drink down and kind of push it away.
You've got Chrome in all the right places, by the way. Were you dating the actual actor who is the Locke character?
Kid, I don't date actors.
So it's just someone who wants to be this actor guy.
She says, no, you're not very quick on the uptake. I'm talking about the original.
Oh. I don't watch much television, but I know that's supposed to be a guy who does a lot of shows about edge running. So I was just making sure we're not talking about a high level celebrity, or at least a local celebrity that we have to collect something off of.
Oh, no, he's not a celeb.
Sam's gonna try and catch the eye of Skulls or Amore and just kind of like shake her head very minutely.
Octavia, for once, is like as quiet as a mouse.
Skulls will look to Amore and go, what do you think? 25K? That be enough for us?
He just kind of looks over at Darcy and goes, this guy is missing and he took a corporate contract?
Been missing since the Fourth Corporate War.
Okay. Out of character, Jerome, how far back in time is that?
A couple of years.
That's
we're
what I
we're
thought.
just now coming out of the Fourth Corporate War.
That's what I thought. So, in battles here?
I want to say it was like 2027, 2028, something like that's when it ended, something like that.
And she's talking about the corporate wars in Phoenix.
Well, it was all over.
Yeah, that's the next question that I'm going to ask is, was he involved here or some other locale?
She says that's part of what we need to find out.
Okay, so you got it. Answer that question. Might not be enough. He looks over at Doc and goes, might not be enough skulls. We're going to have to pay a shit ton of money to the hacker for that info.
Well, if I needed it hacked, I would have already done that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this guy's got a record. I might have a line on that. Have to give my guy a call, but it's possible.
Who's to say he's even still in Phoenix?
And she kind of nods. Who's to say?
Okay. So, if we don't find him, what's the downside?
I'm assuming she just doesn't pay us, right?
What? You're trying to negotiate something for your troubles?
No, I'm not. I'm just wanting to make sure that there's no downside if we come up empty. If there's downside, then I want to know about it up front.
She kind of looks back over at the others, and they shrug. They don't really have like any additional input. And she says, "Well, provided you're not total gonks and jack something up, I think we'll let you get off."
I got no problems with taking a pass at it. As long as both parties agree that there's no downside unless someone screws up, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, not bad. If we do find him and we try to get his stuff and things go south, do you care if he lives or dies?
Nah.
Well, even less downside.
If it gets to that point, though, if you can bring confirmation of his actual kill, I'll throw an extra 15K in.
Well,
I think we should tell some people not to aim for the face this time around.
Maury just laughs.
you got to admit that was a really good shot. I mean, that was impressive.
We got a time limit on this, or is it just open-ended? Say we get back to you sometime in 2 weeks' time.
She says, "No, we need to put a time limit on it. I don't want this left lingering. So we'll say 72 hours."
Seems remarkably short for something you haven't been able to do.
Well, I haven't been incentivized as you have.
I see. That seems kind of contradictory, actually, considering the conversation that you had with Dane. But if you want to cut it to 72 hours, yeah, the likelihood of success is kind of small, but I'm still willing to spend time on it.
Good, then get to it.
Have a lovely evening.
How do we reach you? Will you be here, or can we get your deets?
So she turns and she looks at the bartender, and the bartender's like, "Whoa." She says, "Yeah, he's being a good boy. The bartender will let you know."
Okay.
Got it.
And so with that,
well, Darcy,
they
been a pleasure.
They turn and walk out.
As soon as they are out, like out of earshot and visual and all of that, I'm going to lean on the table and say, we are not taking this job
Why?
because that man is a good friend of mi hermana, and I don't want him to get hurt. Clearly, she has beef with him, and I'm not okay with it.
How is he gonna get hurt
No,
when her ex is gonna? Are you talking about Locke or Dane?
Locke.
Oh,
I think
Oh.
she means real Locke, not actor Locke.
yeah,
If you mean actor Locke and not real Locke.
Real Locke.
right, yeah.
Real Locke and real Dane used to run around with mi hermana.
Oh,
And I don't know where he is, and I've never met him. But this is no bueno.
I agree. It's no bueno getting involved with those guys.
I mean, it's a job and it pays well. Just saying.
It's
But
not worth dying for, though.
I took bullets the last up, and I'm okay. mean-
I didn't, and I don't plan on it.
Okay,
Far,
good for
far
you.
less.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe there's some way that we can clue him in.
I would like to pursue it just to say that we tried, and we'll let Sam have a cutoff. Sam can call it. I think that's
Yes.
fair. She has moral objections to the job at the point where she thinks we're in danger of crossing a line and endangering relationships that she's fond of. I think she gets to call it. And then
I think she already has.
no, she doesn't want. We can look
How
into
about
it.
we have this conversation elsewhere?
are is that group still in
No.
Grunge Muscle, or did they leave?
No.
They're
left.
gone.
Yeah.
But there are other people here. He's got a valid point. We'll go take it back out and have a discussion where no one can hear. Valid point. I didn't bring the jammer with because I didn't think we needed. My mistake. So
You guys follow me. I have a much better place to have this conversation and significantly more private.
we go wherever. It's not really germane. And is that okay with you, Sam?
I guess.
He'll lead him back to his very, very fancy and nice apartment inside the executive zone.
Okay.
That's amusing.
Did Dane witness any? I mean, I'm sure he watched that conversation,
Yeah.
but he
did.
didn't say anything.
No.
Okay.
Because I want to be fair. Doc took it. No one said anything. And we were all mic commed. People could have spoke up. No one thought of it. We're going to have to remember that next time.
I figured I couldn't say anything.
I just get it. We all made mistakes. It would have been easier. We didn't tell Jerome we went mic comm. We always do that when we go out after what happened with Tank Girl. But that's on us. And I didn't
So-
bring the jammer either. So
Logistically speaking, we could communicate. Are you saying we could communicate to each other without her overhearing
Like
while
subvocally.
she's standing at the table?
no, all you would have to say is, I need to talk to you, would have been more than adequate. And
Oh, I
we'd have
didn't
got
see
up and gone somewhere where the conversation would have been private. And
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. We weren't thinking.
Yeah,
So-
you know what? We could have just said, we need to discuss this
Yeah.
as a team. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys head into the corpo zone where that's actually not the big mega buildings or whatnot, but these are the corporate estates area. There is It's not an apartment. It would be more like a condo. They do have like some, and even the condos, they only have like, they're like 4 or 8 next to, here or there sort of thing. They're spaced out. When you have this level of money, you're afforded some privacy. Most of the areas here have actual lawns because they've got the money to actually water the plants. All the street lights work. It's clear that it's under surveillance, and the police actively patrol this area to
This is
ensure
real
everybody's safety. And you guys pull up to a nice looking condo area.
Not bad, not bad. Gotta say.
Used to it.
He'll lead them inside.
Okay. He
Lock the door behind him.
buzzes you in past the control gate, leads you up to his pad.
She goes straight for the fridge. She knows where it's at.
As he walks in, you hear, "Welcome, Stolas. The time is 10:30 p.m."
What's the point
Yes,
of living
yes,
if you can't have some amenities?
There we go. So, Sam, you got anything to add?
Oh, and glasses of clean water.
Yeah, that's where she went and she got some water.
Okay.
So
Here's the real luxury.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the real lock. Mi hermana says that it's not really like the TV show, but he's a solo. He is a veteran. I think if we do this job, if we do find him, we need to tell him what we're doing and let him judge what he can do about that. Maybe he'll work with us. Maybe he'll.
Kill us?
No, I don't see him doing that as long as we play it straight with him.
I mean, we just took a job to find him and possibly kill him.
Well, we're not doing that second part.
I'm okay with that.
I'll tell you right now.
Could she just have his baby and be angry that he skipped out on a child?
Got no way of knowing. And truthfully,
None of our business.
that might be information that gets us killed. Because people in important places sometimes don't want their illegitimate offspring to be known or
You
acknowledged.
know,
And I like living.
I could call mi hermana and see if she can even verify this Darcy.
Well,
And
we
maybe
need 2 things.
has some other grudge.
We need to know if there's anything more about their feud. You should be able to find something about that with possibilities. And also we need to know if there's any proof of life that he's alive. If no one's seen him for 3 years and we do our due diligence, I'm okay with going back and telling the barman, you hand him a piece of paper saying, we can find no indication that he's alive. If you can't find him in the papers, if no one's talking about him, if he's not accredited with any kills, he's solo, so his kills are tracked, generally speaking. If none of that information's out there, I'm going to go with there's no proof of life. And so I'm okay with doing that. And because we're stuck here on Occam's razor. It's a nice job. It has a good payout. But it also has the possibility of burning a lot of effing bridges that we can't recover. And I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of like the town I'm in right now. And the urge to relocate isn't strong. But if this goes sideways, it'll definitely be, I need to go out and maybe take up farming for a year or 2 while this blows over.
Well,
And I don't want to move back in with my parents.
She never said we couldn't tell him she was looking for him.
There are no. I was kind of picky, but I didn't mention that, and that was deliberate because you can have a rep hit for telling someone that you have a contract on. That's it. If we use Sam as a cut around, I'm okay with it because that's Sam and she's working the friendship angle and that buys us something. But for us, if the group is go up and say, hey, we got a contract on you and we get more money if we kill you, you know how that's going to end? Badly.
We
Well,
don't even
yeah.
have to do that. We
That
roll
ends
up
with
on
me
them.
dead.
So
We-
I'm just kind of I'm just kind of summarizing Solus because I want to make sure everyone has input on the process. And I agree with Sam.
We could
Hard.
we could roll up on the guy.
My fire alarm's going off. Jerome, you want to blank me while I go see what the heck's going on?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What I'm saying we could do, we roll up on him, say, hey, Darcy asked us to find you. Can you stay here for like 5 minutes so we can just show proof that you're here? And then we send it to her in the form of a video.
She already said she's not going to accept video. She's only going to accept his pistols or his cred stick. So unless he's willing to part with that, and then immediately skip town as we head back to Grunge Muscle, meh. Which is
We
mean
could
we're going to
set
have
up
to
an
literally
ambush
talk
on
to
them.
we're going against a veteran solo. Now that I know the guy's a solo, that adds difficulty and danger and risk.
He's a solo that they made a TV show about.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that
We could just be honest with
everybody
them.
knows about Locke.
We have a contract to find him. We
Right.
have a bonus portion to the contract if we kill him. Unless she wanted us to sign a contract saying that we are not allowed to tell him that she's looking for him. But since he's been staying off the radar, I'm pretty sure he is aware she's looking for him. Who
Yeah.
knows? We might be able to cut a deal with him as well.
That gets complicated.
We're trying to build rep, not kill rep.
I am merely saying that we have multiple ways of handling this. We don't necessarily have to try and steal from a vet solo, but neither do we have to go into this and have him completely unprepared. Because she could show up and he could ambush her if that's what he wants to do. He could walk out the back door just as she shows up.
Yeah,
And
but
then
how are you going to keep that from not backlashing on us?
we said we'd
Because
find
how
him.
would he know? Because otherwise, how would he know that she's looking for him?
He's been disappeared for 3 years.
That doesn't
You
mean
just
that he knows.
You don't do that arbitrarily. He's running from something. He's hiding from something.
Man, Jerome, that smile on your face makes this old player sigh.
Sam, what info do you think you can get on Locke that you don't already know?
I mean, I could ask a lot of questions about him, but I don't know if she knows where he is. I don't think she's. I mean, she didn't know that Dane was still around until he showed up. So I'm guessing she hasn't been in contact for a while. But
I mean, she's your sister and she was working with this guy?
I
She's
think
gonna know something.
I think it was complicated, but she she might be able to tell me about Darcy if
Okay.
that was from the same era.
Okay, so to sum it up, Sam's going to check into it. None of the rest of us really has a way of looking back in that time period without paying a shit ton of money to someone to do it for us. So we'll let Sam get going on it. And as this progresses, we'll decide how we want to proceed. Like I said, I got no problem with doing due diligence and coming back and going like no proof of life, which is what they got going now. So it's not going to be horribly surprising. And I doubt we're the only ones they've had look for them. If she really wants to put a bullet in them, they have their own ways of looking for people, I would assume. I mean, it's a gang with that type of rep. So
Could Locke be have nomad friends?
Probably. There's a nomad on the show.
and the other thing is no one should talk to strangers about this.
Well, sure.
Not well, sure. We've had that one come out bubbling out a couple times.
You think?
Yeah. So, because if word gets out in the street that we took a contract for them, and actually, never mind, it's already out in the street. That was a public place. We all forgot that. We accepted a public contract. That's already hit the street. There are wheels spinning all over the place. That's why she gave us 72 hours.
How
Because he's
do
probably
you
going to
know
find
that
us.
this guy isn't getting a hold of his buddy and let him know we're coming?
He could, if he knows.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
we've taken more than we
Sam,
can chew.
when you're asking your questions of your sister, make sure you mention that we're working on ways to not meet certain aspects of that contract. Let's feed the other side of the pipeline.
You guys are going to
Good
get
point.
me killed.
Nah.
You're an edge runner. You thought there was going to be no risk? What
With
if
people that are likely to end up.
I know there's risk. I just usually just don't, put a big old bullseye on me and say, "Hit me, please."
Okay.
We're not doing that now. I mean,
The only people likely
have
to
no
die in this
obligation
one
to
are me
complete
and
this.
Doc. We're the ones most likely to die.
Sure, look at it that way.
I'm just being honest
Okay.
about it. Sam's got an out. Singer's got an out. She doesn't have any type of rep. You and me have the biggest reps in this group right now. And so if they come looking for us because we have the contract, they're going to tap us and they'll let the others skip because they're nobody. I know exactly who they'll go for, Doc. You and me.
That's why I
Ain't
brought
that
you
wrong.
guys here first. That way we could have this conversation. If
Yeah, well,
they did contact the real Locke, not actor Locke,
Oh,
this would be a hard place to
Isn't
get
Dane
into
after Locke?
initially.
no,
Dane is real Dane.
I
So,
don't
yeah.
watch the show.
While they
so-
continue to talk, he grabs a guitar off the wall and he does start playing one because it's been stuck in his head all day.
So
That'll work.
all right, we'll let Sam go to work, and me and Doc will walk around and see if anyone shoots at us.
Oh, I should probably escort you guys out. The badges around here don't take kindly to strangers.
What a shock!
Like
You
I
got
said, what's the,
branches around here?
yeah, they drive around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You must pay a premium to be here.
A very big premium.
Okay. I get why you're branching out into edge runner work.
But you know what I don't have to worry about in the middle of the night? Someone just randomly kicking in my windows and then slitting my throat.
Oh, don't say that.
And keep your foot off that blasted Somo flange.
Great, I'm staying here tonight.
Sounds good. Alrighty.
Plus,
Good luck,
you
Sam.
should live like this. This should be a goal.
Oh, I have
To
a
be able
goal,
to have
but not
a
to live
nice
like this.
place. I don't have to worry about a random mortar just dropping onto my house in the middle of the night.
Mori just kind of looks over at Doc and goes, "Did you give him anything?
That's just him. That's all him.
Are you sure?
Uh,
He acts like this area is immune. Okay. Anyhow,
It's not immune. It is safer.
okay. Good. Excellent.
that makes sense. It's safe.
And Sam?
for-
And Sam, if you have to spend some credits, just do it. Let me know.
Okay. Okay.
Play your card right.
I'll see what I can
Live
do.
to talk about it.
And yeah.
Okay, so
So, catch you guys later.
Yep. This ought to be
Uh,
amusing.
And he will do exactly that. He'll drive him out to the gate,
Okay.
and then he'll head back to his condo and
Octavius already claimed his bed.
All right.
and I imagine he has some type of actual citywide internet.
Yeah.
He's going to sit down and while they're driving, he's going to try and do some research on the real lock.
Oh, okay. Sure.
That way I have at least one roll throughout the game. What's that going to be?
So if you are researching, then you're going to need, I think we determined we don't have investigation, do we? Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that was last game. Yep.
So yes. So in order to do that, you need intelligence and education and general knowledge.
Intelligence.
Okay. So that is
Education,
going to
general
be not a good start.
Not his
Okay.
strong suit.
Not horrible. I got a 15.
Okay. So you were able to find. It's not hard to find information on Locke. It's a little bit more difficult to find legit information on Locke, because so much of the local city net is taken up with, his catchphrases of it's Samoflange time, or quotes from the show or scene clips or whatnot. But there was something that made the news. Apparently there was this fight between him and Venom, with some other parties involved. His team actually clashed with Venom. There's actually some older video clips of apparently an AV4 doing like barrel rolls and trying to get, evade and get out of the way of gunfire and some missiles coming back. And one of the things that got Locke a name for himself is he's like hanging off the side, returning fire, as they're like trying to fly away and evade Venom and his antics.
Is that Razor's Edge? That he actually says it out loud.
Okay.
Okay. He will zip those details, a link to the video over to Sam and to Amori.
Okay. I love how meta this particular game is. It's absolutely perfect because you two are going back and forth between, okay, is this the show Locke, or is this actual Locke, or is this Dane, or is this the show Dane? No, this is Dane. And then in the chat we have the real Locke actually watching.
Nice.
But do we have the real Dane watching?
Yeah, technically yes.
I guess
Okay, then
because the real Dane was
Dane is.
girl, but
Yeah. So those of you who are exiting, what exactly were you guys doing?
Come and get me and take me to the hospital.
I'm gonna call Alicia and see if I can come over and chat.
So you're going over to talk to Alicia. What were the others doing, or were you just?
Doc, I would assume, is going back to his office.
Yeah, head back to my pad.
Okay. So then you're just going home for the night. All right. So, Sam, so you end up giving a call to Alicia. Given the time of night it is, like the video screen comes up and it's like sleepy face, kind of a blurry, kind of a a bleary-eyed look to her, and she's like looking out at one eye, and she's like, "Sam,
you're already asleep?"
Yeah, I had a very early morning. Is this an emergency? What's going on?"
Yeah, actually, I'm on the clock, so is it okay? Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. Do you need to come over or?
It would be more secure.
Okay, I'll put the coffee on. That'll give me time to get changed or something. Just you buzz when you get here.
Okay. I'll hang up and head over.
Okay. So you drive to downtown at that point to one of the mega buildings she happens to live in. And work your way up, from the elevators up towards because she's on one of the higher floors. And you get on her floor. It's really nice. It's similar to yours, but a little bit, but obviously nicer. They've got guards on the floor itself that hang out, the whole time to ensure that the residents are safe. Kind of do a patrol, around the floors themselves every so often. Faint music plays in the hallway, sort of thing, to like a Kenny G sort of soft soft jazz sort of thing. But you walk up to her door and buzz, and so she opens up, and she's got like a robe on and some slippers, and she says, "Okay, come in." So what? And she gives you a hug, and she's like, "Okay, so what's going on? What couldn't you talk over the phone?"
The Harbingers.
Yeah, everybody knows the Harbingers.
Do you know one called Darcy?
Darcy. Yeah, Darcy Six Barrel. She's a pretty bad woman. I don't know if she runs the outfit, but she's pretty important to him.
Great. Just great.
Why? You didn't get lost and go north, did you?
No, they were outside of their territory. No. Okay, so we were at this bar, and Dane was there, and she was there, and she saw him, and he kind of brushed her off, but my guys overheard the conversation and started talking about it amongst ourselves.
Okay.
And she came over and basically offered us a job. And
you turned it down, right?
I wish I could have, but
okay.
I mean, we didn't commit to anything. But she's looking for Locke, and she wanted to pay us to kill him. And
So she almost like coughs up her coffee at that, just like, chokes it back down.
so, I mean, I know that's not something that we're going to do, even if we could, but I'm not sure how to get out of this one gracefully.
It starts like rubbing her head and looking around. She's like, oh my God. So you actually accepted a job from the Harbingers?
I mean, kind of.
Oh. And you're going to try and track down Locke?
That's what the job is. That's what the job is. She doesn't even. She wants us to tell her where he is, and not like where he was. And she wants us to get hold of one of his guns or a cred stick, I guess. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I thought maybe we could, if we find him, which I don't even know if you know where he is, but if we found him, maybe we could tell him about the job so that he knew what was going on. We could let him make his own decision. Was she actually going out with him?
I don't know the full story. That was before my time, but they have history from what I understand.
Sounds like it wasn't very good history.
It didn't end well. That much I know. I can put you in touch with somebody who does. His sister is still in town.
Okay. Do you know that he's still alive?
Oh, I'm sure he's still alive. I just don't know where he's at. He took off for the Fourth Corporate Wars, and I don't know where he's gone from there. I think he was fighting on behalf of Arasaka.
At least it wasn't Militech.
I know I know how you feel about them. Look, if you try to double deal against the Harbingers, they have a pretty good way of finding out. And that's assuming you actually do get away with pulling that off and just taking the loss, I guess. I'm not an edge runner, so I can't even begin to imagine what that's going to do to your group's rep.
I don't know why we had to stick our necks out into business that's...
Look, I don't know. All I can tell you is that the show is not accurate. I try to make it better and more accurate, but Locke is a lot nastier, and he doesn't go around, with catchphrases constantly like he was, from, a movie or a video game.
Well, I figured, I mean, having seen Dane and, the fact that there's a TV show about them at all must mean that they know what they're doing. So obviously there's no way that we want to tangle on the wrong side of that.
You just want to try and steal something from him then, so she knows where he's at? Ugh. None of this is good. None of this is good, dear.
I know. Well, we have 72 hours. And I mean, if we fail, It's not like they're gonna punish us or anything, but just like you said, rep or whatever.
Fatality.
Do you think his sister would talk to me?
I can make sure she takes a moment for you. I can put in a word.
Make sure she knows that we're not gonna kill him. Like, that's not even on the table.
That's good to know. I think that might be something that you will probably want to relay that to her yourself.
Maybe he'll just let us borrow his gun.
So a gun. He has a couple of different things, but what?
The chrome pistols.
And so
Just like the
she's
ones
like,
on the-
oh my god, she wants his waifu pistols.
I mean, is that what the history is?
Yeah, somebody sent him those randomly, and that's how their team got the name Waifu and the Chrome Hippos.
What is it with you and hippos, Jerome?
I'm the hip hop
told y'all.
rhymes are bottomless.
Okay. Do you think she'd still be up tonight?
You know, she probably is. She's in tight with the Quins, so she may be partying some.
Okay. Guess we can work with that.
So I'm gonna let me give her a call. Oops.
Okay.
1 second. Why don't you just sit tight? Let me give her a call, and I'll figure out what we can, if I can get you in touch with her from there.
So I'll sit down and just kind of fidget.
Okay. So she picks up. So she pulls up her, the video screen, and she's kind of walking and talking as she goes. And as soon as she it picks up, I mean, you can hear music. It's like this, the electro Euro trash style, music. Lots of oonts, lots of bass.
Any coons?
Yeah, a little bit of Kuntz. Yep. And you can actually see on the video screen, like, there's some Quins dancing around in the background. There's other people too, but it looks like she's, hanging out with some of the Quins. And she says, Carlotta, hey. And she's like, oh, hey, Alicia, what's going on? Why are you calling me? And she says, I have a contact that really needs to speak to you. It's time sensitive, and I'm wondering if I can send her your way. And she says, yeah, come on down to the Rattler's Cove. We're just in a VIP lounge, and wait, she's not like, and she says, no, she's not a part of the PD or anything like that. If you've got folks on hand who are doing things that they probably shouldn't be doing, she's going to be cool with it. Don't sweat it.
Is that a thing that people care about anymore?
And she says, yeah, so just send her on by. I'll have somebody looking for her. We got a like a picture and a name. And she says, I'm sending you the info right now. She says, all right, chat with you later then, and hangs up. She says, all right, well, you've got a you've got a connection. As soon as you can get over there.
You think I could bring the group? Or is it
Do
too
you think
sensitive?
do you think your group is going to be cool around partying?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm just saying because let's just say
I mean, they're
what.
not square or anything.
Well, no. I just mean like the last time. Um, I just okay. So just to kind of emphasize the story here, Locke did party with the Quins at one point, and he got so wasted, as he put it, he could taste the color purple, and he knew the answer to everything was Samoflange, which that's someone apparently knew that, and that's how that got in the show.
You have some really weird friends.
They had their moments.
says the edge runner.
She says, so, I mean, if that's the case, yeah, go. I mean, I don't see a big deal about it. You're just going to need to go as yourself. Obviously, that's the contact information I sent over.
Okay. Thanks, Mana.
You're welcome. Just, you need to be really, really careful.
We're still figuring it out.
Clearly. Okay. Call me. Let me know how it goes.
Thanks.
All right. So she hugs you and lets you out and locks the door behind you.
Oh, wow. Talk about some trust. You out the door. Click.
Okay,
Slide.
so as I head back to my car, I will message the group and say I have a contact with someone who knows more. His sister. She's going to meet with me at the Rattler's Cove.
Omori's going to send back before anyone else does. Nothing more. Everything is voice only from this point on. Do not assume the comms are secure.
Okay. Should I go by myself?
Hang on a second. And he's going to go and dial everyone up separately.
Okay.
And so I'm going to talk to all three of you. If you want to go, go. Maury's planning on being outside. Not going to go in with her. If anyone else wants to go in with her, that's fine. But I'm going to be on the outside because I want to make sure that whatever goes on, Sam has a way out.
Well, we can send Stolas in with her.
I don't care, but she's our contact with
got
above, and I need to make sure that she gets out no matter how this flies.
He's got the flashiness.
So, Doc, inside or outside?
I'll go inside just in case I'm needed there.
Okay.
I think I'll just hang out with you, Amori.
Okay. Voice?
Stolas.
I'm in.
To you.
Okay. So 3 in, 2 out. Okay.
Okay.
I thought we'd already agreed that I was going in.
Yeah, I already.
And if you didn't agree that I was going in, I was still going in.
So I'll get back to Sam and I'll go like, Solus and Octavia will be in with you. And no, sorry. Solus and Doc will be in with you. Me and Octavia are outside. We're your backup.
Okay, I'll meet you over there.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
So we'll head over to the cove.
The Rattler's Cove. So it is a casino. Used to be, I wanted to call it Casino Morongo, but that's out in California. That's near where I used to live. It is. What's the name of the old place? Because it sits in basically the same spot. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I thought I had it on here. At least on my text thing here, anyways.
Was that Casino, Arizona?
Yep, that's it. Thank you.
Except it's actually
There's-
Rattler's Cove.
I was about to ask, is there actually a Casino, Arizona? But you know what? There's a Paris, Texas, and a Hell, Texas. So
Yep.
There you go.
So, all of you take your respective vehicles over there. The parking lot, of course, is still. This place is still kind of, well, I should say semi-packed, but given the fact it is a casino and open 24 hours, it's always got a rotation of people coming through.
do they have valet parking?
They do.
Yeah.
How much
she'd
does
be
that
driving
cost?
with Stolas.
That if you're gonna valet park, it's 30 credits.
I give them 10 credits on top.
Okay. So,
Not everyone has the guts to throw your life in the.
Sure, that's
Some
fine.
people just want to drive cars. Let them drive the cars. They don't. They deserve more money.
Yep. So the outside of this, I mean, you've all seen at least pictures of what a casino would look like. It essentially has got like this snake head that you walk into with the fangs kind of bearing down. They got lights that trace over the whole thing. They've got guards standing out front, and they've got they've got some quins that actually wander around fielding questions or harassing patrons just because they can. You've got slot machines, you've got card tables strewn about. There's an area, it's closed currently, but they've got a restaurant area for people who might want to eat. They have an open bar area currently open. So you were told, Sam, that it was in a VIP area, but you weren't told which one.
So are we hanging outside with the guards?
We're outside, and we'll just walk around casually. And if it looks like we're drawing too much attention, we'll walk into the bar.
Okay,
We can just act like a couple.
that'll work.
Yep. Just outside looking at stuff, and draws too much attention, we'll wander inside to the bar.
Sure. So Sam?
How many VIP areas are there?
Well, considering that you have to be able to get past the security to get to them, it's hard to say.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Basically, from the, if you want to think about it, like when you go to sports arenas and whatnot, you've got that one platform that the only way you can get onto that platform is if you happen to be a ticket holder for one of the box seats or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's that type of situation.
Then I'll go up to the guard and say, I'm looking for Carlotta. She's expecting me.
Okay, so he kind of turns and looks, and a member of the Quins dressed as one of the versions of Harley Quinn walks up and looks at you, and she says, "Well, aren't you just a tall drink of water? What you wanting Carlotta for?"
We have a mutual friend that I'm supposed to. She knows that I'm looking for her.
Oh, she does, huh? So who's his friend you're calling about?
And I'm assuming that like we're all the three of us that are there
Yes.
are right there. So then he's gonna go, that's kind of supposed to be a private conversation, and then he looks to Sam and goes, "What name is she expecting?" I'm assuming she's expecting him to be here.
Yeah, Sam.
Well, she's
Yeah, are
like-
you able to tell her that Sam's here with friends?
She says, okay, well, hold your horses, little kid. Goodness. And so she turns and motions to one of the guards to just signal it back. And then you see another Quinn come walking. Basically, it's Harley Quinn if she was dressed like a car dealer. Basically. And she comes walking up and she opens the door up and she says, oh, sure, let him on back. Funky Cold is back here. She's kind of doing her thing. But I didn't know we were going to have 3 people here.
I never go anywhere without them.
And so they both kind of look at each other and they're like, all right. Must be enhancements.
Yeah, Sam's gonna keep it quick.
Doc's gonna puff up a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Doc is just going to make the walk like he's from What Is Love. He's just all. So you walk down the hallway, and there's again, it is situated a lot like skybox seats and whatnot, where a door would open up into its own private area that overlooks the small arena that they have in here for shows. And as they take you down to about the 3rd one, and you can hear music, booming and thumping and whatnot. And as the door comes open, you see a guy come flying out with one of the Quins, almost naked. She has scraps of clothing that's like clinging for dear life to her body. And she's trying to get on top of him to ride him kind of like he's a horse with like these spurs and whatnot. And so he's like trying to, flail around and get away. And she's like, oh, no, you don't. Come here, horsey. And she jumps down and starts spurring. He's like, ah!
I'm so
Giddy
glad
up!
Octavia stayed outside.
I thought he was supposed to ride the Harley, not the other way around.
And as you guys walk in, again, it sits at kind of a slope because it's the seating in here is also designed to overlook and watch concerts from a good vantage view or a good vantage point. But I mean, there must be like 30 some odd people in here. Half of them are Quins, other half are randos of some kind. Most people have chrome of some sort, and most of it's noticeable. I was trying to get the picture, and I couldn't get it to post into the chat. Try it one more time. If not, I may have to do it another way. Nope, it's not working. Okay, so let me try something else. Like I have it saved individually. Wow. Did I not? I guess I don't. So let me see if I can save this individually. Save as picture. That's not where I want to save that at.
That's my line.
So while he's looking, Octavia's gonna kind of nudge Maury in the side. You wouldn't happen to have a cigarette on you, would you?
I always pack cigarettes, among other things. And Rory reaches down into his little kit and takes them out. And go ahead, play them.
Gonna light one up, calm her nerves.
There we go. So got the picture posted up there. She, of course, has noticeable chrome on her. She's got kind of the, also kind of like a side shaved head, but obviously much more in the way of tattoos. Going around, she is got kind of like the slinky tank top on right now with denim jeans. Denim jeans look like they probably have a little bit of armor to them, but otherwise, outside of her combat boots, she's just kind of doing her thing. And she raises her hand and motions Sam and the group over.
Why do they always have to be chromed?
What's wrong with that?
A guy could slip and hurt himself.
Ah,
So
you're not here.
And
As all the ladies go, oh,
and then
Yeah. So,
Failure.
do I know that this is her?
well, she's motioning you over.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll go up to her.
Okay. So she kind of looks the three of you over, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're Sam," and points at Sam directly. She says, "Okay,
Hi.
so who were the other two that you're coming with?" And like before you even get a chance to say anything, a very big burly Harley grabs the two of them in a headlock and kind of squeezes them up against her body, sort of thing. And she says, "Oh, what's this? Do you have some more? Do you have some more art mats to focus some of your fancy calligraphy on the body? Going to do some tattoos?" And she says, "No. I think they're with her." And she's like, she looks kind of down to either side, because she's almost 7 foot.
He will lean his head up against her and says, "This is the safest I felt all night long."
And she says, "Well, aren't you just a charmer? Stick with me, little man, and I'll have you fighting through silk."
I heard that one before. Wow.
And so she pushes off Skulls at this point, and she kind of picks Stolas up by the scruff and starts taking him over to the minibar area that they have here.
Have fun, you two.
Hey, that's why we came here, right? To have a little fun.
So is Carlotta working on somebody right now?
No. She's just kind of chilling off to the side and watching the crowds and clearly occasionally interacting with everybody.
Okay. Okay, so I'll kind of lean close and be like, "I'm really grateful that you could see me. Is there somewhere we could talk privately?"
She says, "This is about as private as you're going to get."
It's a really sensitive discussion.
Okay. And I also don't know either of you two. I'm only doing this because I kind of know Alicia.
Skulls looks around. Does it look like anybody else is actually focusing on what we're doing, or is everyone doing their own thing?
No,
Okay.
they're all doing their own thing.
And what's like the noise level in here? Are we having to like talk like loud or whatever?
You're going to have to talk loud if you're going to carry on a normal conversation. If you lean in, it's going to be pretty hard to hear you.
Okay.
And in fact, right now, everybody is starting to cheer for shots.
Okay. So then
they've got basically like Little John kind of kicking it, in the music, "If you get your butts in the club, shot, and they end up like putting Stolas at the end of the bar, and they're like starting to slide shots at him, making him take one right after the other.
Okay.
Does Stolas resist?
No.
Okay, so pound.
As we watch this, I'm gonna turn to Skulls and be like, Can he hold his liquor?
We're gonna find out in
Does
under
he
60
overhear
seconds.
this?
What's that?
Does he overhear that?
No. Oh God, no.
Okay.
It's too loud.
I mean, he'll either keel over and I'm going to have to do my work on him to make sure he doesn't go towards the light at the end of the tunnel, or something else. It should be interesting.
Okay.
Oh my!
Car-
Before you say anything else, can I get you to roll a d10, Justin?
Absolutely.
We are attempting to roll your save.
oh
Yep.
no.
Oh yeah.
Is it a body?
No, it's a save.
9.
You rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Given the fact that your body is a 4,
Your body is 4?
Oops.
He is not.
I thought I was low.
you are down at this point 5 shots. You've still got 6 more lined up in front of you as they are cackling and getting ready to pour more. And you're already buzzing at this point. Like, for some reason, the lyrics to Trips the Light Fandango is like rolling in the back of your head, and you're just like, wow, this is great.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
In the background, Maury's going, Doc, a video. When she starts riding it with the spurs on, make sure you video it.
Now I do hear that, right?
Yep.
Given your state, give me an intelligence and awareness notice check. You may not.
Right.
Good question. Intelligence, awareness. Oh, that ain't horrible.
Do I
Minus
even
5
want to
from
know
your
what
roll.
he's doing?
So we're looking at a flat 10.
Okay. Nope. You don't hear a thing. Although it was in your ear, it's kind of white noise with the cheering and the music and everything going on right now, plus your buzz. Okay, so anyways, Sam and Skulls.
Yeah, I'm Sam. This is my friend Skulls. This is about your brother.
And she says, "Oh, what about my brother?"
Okay, so
Watching you choke on this is breaking me up.
I'm trying to think. Do I start with like, don't get mad, or
Don't kill me.
it's okay, we're not going to kill him.
So then Skulls will sub-vocalize. Hopefully she's able to hear. We're not like right next to everyone else, but they'll go, I'd suggest just being confident and don't show weakness, because, yeah, they prey on that here, as you can see.
Was he showing weakness?
Or he just likes to party.
Oh,
I'm talking about the guy who had spurs on him and was Mr. Horsey.
Oh,
who are you? So who are you saying that to?
I'm saying this. I'm sub-vocalizing to Sam.
Oh, okay.
Because she's sitting there, like,
Gotcha.
kind of thinking about how to phrase this.
Sure.
okay. This is really awkward, but we're in a pinch. We accepted a job to find your brother before we knew who it was that we were looking for.
And who is it that is looking for my brother?
She said she was an ex-girlfriend.
You're working for Darcy?
Technically, yes.
It is tentative. If we don't come up with anything, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, she laughs at that.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We don't want to hurt your brother, even if we could, because I know he's close with Alicia and other people that we know. And look, we're just trying to figure out a way that we can work this so nobody gets hurt.
And we don't lose our rep.
So she face palms a second. She says, "Okay, hang on a second. God, I wish Alicia would have clued me in on this. You took a job from this psycho woman,
And Sam's just kind of
and you're trying to tippy toe around it."
Sam's just giving Skulls kind of a stink eye.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Maury would chip in at this point to the two of you. Stop pussyfooting around. Spell out what happened. Clue her in.
He's going to actually take some of the shots that they've lined up, bring them over to everybody else. Shots!
okay.
Come on!
Yeah, Sam's gonna down one.
Oh, okay. So boom.
She's like, I don't like this conversation. Maybe this will help.
Skulls, are you downing one too?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's just watching others do it.
Okay. Sam, give me a save check.
Okay.
Roll a d10.
Am I aiming high or low?
You want to roll. Actually, you want to roll. Shoot for a save. You want to roll. You actually want to roll low.
2.
Oh, okay. So you're good.
Okay.
There's a bite for an aftertaste, and it goes down in your stomach, and you're like, "Oh, I haven't felt that in a while."
At least a couple of weeks.
Come on, you too. One ain't gonna kill you.
I'm not drinking on the job. You know that. You know who I am.
So the large Quinn that was over in this area picks up Stolas like she's pressing him, like gorilla pressing, like sort of thing, and walks him back over to the bar.
I'm being summoned.
Sam is gonna record this.
Okay.
For posterity.
Okay.
And you'll say the view is amazing from up here. All the lovely Quins from as far as the eye can see. And if that doesn't work, I'd like to roll for it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Empathy.
Just gonna look over at Amore.
Well, it doesn't matter if
I
it's
think
social
we're
or
missing out on something.
It's empathy and persuasion, fast talk.
Where goes just wait. The shooting hasn't started yet.
27.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So, I mean, at that point, one of the other Quins looks at you and it's like, "Oh, isn't he a smooth talker?"
And we'll head into the bar since Octavia feels the urge to have a drink.
Okay. So continue.
Okay, so I will describe the scene, how it played out, and like the terms of the deal. I'd say, like, look, if he's not even in town, if we can't find a trace, that's okay. We just if there's a way that we can work this so that he doesn't get hurt and neither do we, that's what I'm after.
She's like, I can't believe this. She says, so you're actually working with the Harbingers, and you think you're going to be able to get out of this without getting hurt?
What else do we have to? What other options do we have?
What? So what do you trying to bring him in? Because she's gonna kill him if you do that.
Yeah,
assuming you're actually able to pull that off.
Obviously, we won't. We don't want to do that.
She wants confirmation of where he is by way of one of his things, like one of his special pistols or his cred stick. Clearly, she's got some plans for him.
Okay.
If she finds out where he is.
Ugh. Well, that means she's trying to track him down to likely extract some sort of revenge. They had a really bad falling out. I don't need to go into it.
So they did go out.
Yeah. Like
At least she
hard
was
going out for a bit until it was no longer a thing. She basically did something that he wasn't okay with on, I guess, a moral level. Despite all the other weird garbage that they got involved with, she crossed a line and he wasn't okay with it, and she let him go, but let him know the next time they crossed paths he was a dead man.
Well, at least she was telling the truth about that part. It doesn't really help us, though.
So what does she want for proof of life?
She wants us to take one of his pistols or his cred stick off his person.
Wow, yeah, I don't imagine him giving up his cred stick for anything. A pistol?
And what's the deal? It's just a cred stick.
Well, it's got his creds on it.
Yeah,
and his ID, probably.
Exactly. Which is going to make it extremely hard to get around without having to forge something. Which I imagine he could probably pull that off. He's probably got money hidden away, but yeah, one cred stick, that's all kinds of transactional information, telling him where he's at, and it's like banking details as well as his cash.
Okay, I guess that's, yeah. I was thinking it was a little more generic than that.
So, but a pistol? Like a gun? Like a rifle? Or
the fancy chrome one, like in the TV show.
Does she think that those
were whatever?
Does she think that those were important to him?
She just knows that he's the only one who would have it, because it'd be proof that it's coming from him, because who else has those?
I mean, true, but he got those as like a joke. Like somebody sent them to him, and I don't even think he's ever fired them.
That bodes well, if we could get that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get that she cared about how important this stuff was, just that it's absolute proof that we actually did meet up with and know where he's at. Because she's not okay with audio proof or video proof, because it can be forged.
Oh, man. You guys have walked right into the literal rock in a hard place. What kind of assurance do I have that you guys aren't going to just muck this up and he's going to have to fight his way out or something?
If he has to fight his way out, we'll fight with him.
Did you hear about the incident with Oonts recently?
Oonts. That DJ girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about her?
She's alive because of us. We stopped the guy who was coming after her. Okay.
He's up on the counter singing along with whatever song happens to be playing.
Okay, so right now, Stolas is singing a stirring rendition of All My Exes Live in Texas.
And TV is just sitting down there, just shaking her head.
It's whatever song the twins are playing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I know, but they
it's
can
a,
hear.
It's a random mix of songs, or at least it's gone to a random mix at this point, I should say.
All she could hear is still is singing.
Yeah.
Sure. It's actually pretty loud. You know, it's like at one point you can kind of hear some music, and you can kind of hear like Sam and Skulls occasionally talking. The next thing you hear is, "Oh, my Texas living." You know, actually, that's about the way he's singing. All my Texas living exes.
Yeah.
It's why I
Yeah.
hang my boots in Tennessee.
That's why I hang my boots on a manatee.
Yes.
Even though he's getting the lyrics wrong, he sounds fantastic. He's nailing everything.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, not yet, but by the end of the night.
Oh, shut up.
So at this point, so Carlotta's like, okay, I need to check with somebody first before I do anything, because yeah, this is going out on a big limb.
We have 72 hours. I'm gonna
Oh great, time limit.
I'm gonna shoot over my my details where I can be reached.
Okay. She says, all right, I'll call you tomorrow morning when or if I know something. I'm not committing to anything yet. I'm not going to sell my brother out for anything.
We don't want you to.
Right.
All right.
And I'm assuming all the Quints actually do have their eyes on him at the moment, right?
No, but most. Well, hang on a second. Yeah, about half the crowd. You're above average.
He doesn't mind acting out as long as their conversation is semi-private.
Sure, that's fine.
I think he's too drunk to know the difference.
You take off your shirt, that might help.
So, yeah. So at that point, somebody pulls Sam and turns her around, and it's a Quinn, and she shoves her face right into your chest, and she starts making motorboat noises. Just
yeah, Sam's gonna like politely extricate herself.
because keep in mind, you are fine. You purchased your attractiveness all the way up, just about.
I did.
Yeah.
That's true, I did.
And so she's just like, "Oh no, honey, you stay here. You're just a cool drop of water, let me tell you."
I need another drink for this.
Oh, certainly. Why don't you come up here and let the cowboy make it rain over here?
And she will let herself be led
Okay.
to the bar.
To get a drink, okay.
Yeah.
When he sees her coming over, he'll slip behind the bar and pour her another shot.
Okay. So he just grabs a bottle, grabs a glass, pours. This particular one has like some spark to it as it hits the shot glass. And so shot is sitting in front of Sam, and now the crowd is starting to say, "Shot, shot, shot, shot."
Yeah, she'll toss it.
Like down it or toss it over her shoulder.
No,
Okay,
she'll down
she's all, aha.
for luck.
Yep. Opa.
No, I rolled a 9.
Okay. So, at this, you ended up downing it, and you slowly start to hear Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze start, playing in the back of your mind. And just your mind starts getting a comfortable haze, and like things start losing some focus, but has kind of a warm look to it because it's got the light kind of around you, which adds to that ambiance, like a little bit of a fog. Like if you wore glasses and you entered, if you were outside, it was cold, and you entered into a warmer room. All of a sudden,
I'm going to equip all these people
You
with
open the dishwasher.
I'm going to ask a question. Is there a guitar here?
there is not.
There is not. Oh man, I wish I had my guitar right now.
So
I'd love to play along with this song.
So as the party at this point is, doing its thing, Carlotta looks to Skulls and she says, "Shouldn't you be helping your friends? Because I think your wing woman is already losing her stuff."
Yeah, I wanted to see how she takes it. She can't, so good call. So then, Skulls makes his way over to the bar to Sam.
Okay. So Sam, as you turn and you look at him, and he is the most beautiful version of Barney you have ever seen. He's just purple fur and his nice big beady eyes looking at you with concern.
I'm going to hug him like a Barney's friends should.
Oh.
I'll start singing the Barney song.
Okay.
Oh my.
I might start singing it in Spanish, actually, because that's probably how I learned it.
All I can think of is the 40-year-old version.
And keep your foot off that blasted summer flange.
Pictures?
kind of in the
He
middle
records-
of a very nice moment here, Amore. Give me a second.
He
Telling me in
records with
Spanish
his.
that she loves me.
He is recording with his eye.
Okay.
So more pictures.
So the problem with that is you're very drunk, and so your eye, you start doing like one of these. So you're very noticeable, and you're trying to film, and it's much like trying to hold a camera while you've had too much drink. So you're like like staring at her, and the huge Quinn that was standing there, who had pressed you before, is like, "Oh, what? Did something happen to your eye, or are you just trying to be Jack Sparrow?"
I don't think I'm ever going to see that again. I just want to make sure every time I see them, I can go, remember this. And look at that look on his face.
And she they turn and they look, and she says, "Oh, honey, you need more to drink."
He does, right?
And she hands you another shot. Okay. Roll again. Roll low.
2.
2. Okay. You are hanging on by a thread, as the song would say.
Is there a certain time that we're supposed to run in and rescue them?
Oh, no, not a
Give
bit.
me 15 seconds.
I'm going to use this in the training class. This is the third time for Sam in a bar out of control.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's not Stolas's.
No, it's not Solus's, but so I give everyone
Not
a
even
couple
his fifth.
opportunities, and like I said, when she's out next time, Doc's doing surgery, he's just going to install a little detox unit, so that she'll be there drinking and getting really, and I'm just going to say, Doc, push the little magic button, please.
Thing.
You can do that?
Oh, Doc can do lots of things. You just have to pay him, and you also have to pay him to be quiet when you do it as well.
He takes a
Keep 'em in
chance.
handy.
And does what?
He finds a way where he's eye level with bench press Harley,
Okay.
and he plants one right on her lips.
Okay. So I mean, they are amorous anyway, so she does as well, and like basically slams you down into the bar in front of everybody. So you're like spread eagle, kind of helpless, half your body dangling off one side and the other half, shoved down onto the bar, and then another Quinn at this point breaks open a bag of like this powdery orange substance, and it like hits you and hits the bar, and it like hits some chairs and whatnot, and she ends the tall Harley at this point like shoves your face into a portion of it. It's not like Tony Montana style, but I mean it's enough.
Well, someone's rup's being made tonight.
I'm guessing it's not Tang or
By the end of the night.
So are you actually going to snort?
Yes.
Okay. Roll.
This is going to be a 10, and I know it is. Oh, thank goodness, 3.
Excuse me while I whip this.
I was expecting a 10 just because it's a powder.
So you just do this thing, and you've got like this whitish, orangish, powdery substance kind of like all over the top of your face, sort of thing, and you got Skulls. You end up catching a glimpse of this from being hugged. She's taken to calling you Diego now for some reason and asking for your map.
It's like all in Spanish.
That's right, exactly.
And you end up seeing Stolas like lean up, and he's got that look right now, like the gang leader from Predator 2, right before they went to their deaths to go fight the Predator. Like they got gunned up, armored up. They did this mound of cocaine and just had this crazy looking possessed face on him. He's just like, yeah.
Guess he's in his element. Okay.
Do you let
Doing
them
okay over there,
continue
Stolas?
to party, or do you try to wrangle them in and get them out of here?
So Skulls goes, Dora, I've got the map here. Let's go outside and go across the river. I never saw that show. Let's just go.
Yeah, I will. I imagine I'm extremely suggestible right now. So.
Oh, unfortunately she is, and she's going along with you. And I get. Are you trying to get Stolas to go with you as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like kind of swing by and be like,
Hey,
we're going on an adventure.
Hey, Stolas.
You're right, I am.
Somebody's trying to steal your car.
I'm
Stolas.
gonna be riding a Harley before the end of the night.
They got your house keys.
And he is right back with bench press Harley.
Okay.
I tried.
It's okay.
That was a good call.
We'll leave money at the bar
so
they can send them home when they're done.
It looks like, Skulls, you can probably get Sam out of here.
Yeah.
The Rocker Boy, however, is about to go Rock of Ages.
Yeah. So then as Skulls is kind of coaxing and guiding Sam out of there over the comms, he's going to subvocalize. Yeah, so Stolas has done a lot of coke or coke derivative, and he's kind of living it up right now. Do we need to extract him or let him have a good time?
We'll let him have a good time.
How are we going to extract him? He's not even. His car is his baby, and he's not even responding to that.
And
Yeah.
Sam, at this point, her words are a little slurred, but I mean, it's clear she's out of it. She speaks into her mic and she says, "Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full."
But I said it in Spanish.
Did she do
There you
coke
go, yeah.
too?
Hey, Doc,
Yeah.
But
you
in
get to
Spanish.
take Sam home.
Yeah, I think I need to make sure she's going to be okay.
I'll talk to one of the assistant managers, tell him to put Solus in a cab and send him home when he's done. Can't be the first time some rocker boy got blown out of his mind.
Okay.
Right.
And that's what I do,
Except for
Jerome.
Stolas
I'll
can
find
pay
it.
for a hotel room.
I'll give one of the assistant managers 100 eddies. Tell him, when he's done, just send him back to his address.
Sure. Okay. And that is where we're going to stop for the night as chaos ensues and Sam manages to, with the help of Skulls, get back to her place.
Nice.
Thank
Guess I'm staying at your place. They'll party their own way.
Is Todd there?
So tomorrow we have. Thanks, thanks, Eric. Tomorrow we have Street Fighter at 7 p.m. So that should be interesting if you guys want to tune in and check that out. And then this Saturday at 11 a.m. we have Ashland by Night Blood Ties. So we're going to be jumping back into that. And that should be fun. And then, of course, next week on the 7th, we have Ashland by Night at 7:30. And then on the 8th, we have our Marvel Superheroes game at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to tune in and check those out. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us, for laughing at some of the dramatics. Eric, thank you for kicking it with us to see on the sly what might be happening to Locke. And we will catch all of you guys later. Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye, all.